Sadly, I've gotten some messages from people where they sound like they're in a sad state. They've obviously got personal issues, family issues in their own lives, financial issues in some cases. They think joining the Amish is going to solve all that, and it's not. There are a number of obstacles to joining the Amish, and I should first say that the Amish generally do not recruit other people to join them. They're not evangelistic or proselytizing in that way, so they're not out seeking converts. The Amish have families of 6, 8, 10 children, and most of them choose to become Amish, so they don't have any problem with growing their church. It's 99% natural growth. It's not something the Amish are seeking to do to attract outsiders to join them, and there's some reasons for that. One is that the Amish acknowledge and realize that it would be quite difficult for an outsider to join them. You obviously have the cultural and technological challenges there and obstacles and differences there between an Amish and a non-Amish lifestyle. This should be pretty obvious. The car, public electricity in your home, other forms of technology, the internet, all those things that we non-Amish are comfortable with, used to, dependent on. On the other hand, too, it's, there's a big cultural gap. There's a mentality gap between a lot of the outside world and the Amish in certain ways, right? We're very individualistic in the non-Amish world, or at least the non-Amish traditional American sort of outlook is that way. The Amish tend to be more of a communal or community-minded group where the community comes first before the individual. So that right there is its own kind of challenge, kind of a shift in mentality or thinking for someone who enters the Amish from the outside. It fairly often doesn't work out when people do join the Amish. And people, I think, are attracted to the Amish for different reasons. I think sometimes people are living a very busy, hectic life with problems, and sometimes they look at the Amish as an ideal sort of community, maybe a solution to all of the pressures and things they're feeling from their own lives. And that's not what the Amish are for. Rich Stevick, who wrote the book Growing Up Amish, The Rumspringa Years, estimated that around 300 people had joined the Amish, but about 2 out of 3 of those had ended up leaving again. I think there are several reasons why, and this is what I've gathered over the years from hearing people's stories and just seeing these things play out. One reason may be simply that they joined for the wrong reasons. I believe it was an Amish bishop. I think Rich Stevick quoted this in his book, but he said something like, the people come from the outside and they want to join us, and they want to join us for the wrong reasons because maybe they fall in love with one of our young people and they think that's, they want to join for love and marriage. It's not because they're drawn to our faith and to our the way we live our faith and the way we believe Christian faith should be lived out. That kind of strikes at the heart of it. If you want to join the Amish just because you think it'll solve all your problems, or you think that the Amish live some green lifestyle in harmony with the earth, and you're into that, and you think I'd love to be a part of that kind of a community, but not understanding really what else is behind the Amish way, then you're destined to fail, because there's a lot more to it than that. Sadly, I've gotten some messages from people where they sound like they're in a sad state, and they've obviously got personal issues, family issues in their own lives, financial issues in some cases, and they think joining the Amish is going to solve all that, and it's not. So they need to deal with that on their own, sort that stuff out. They're probably not really interested in joining the Amish, I would guess. They're just interested in those problems being solved. So some people join for the wrong reasons. They don't understand that there's a Christian faith that's underneath all this. That's a huge part of all this. Another issue that causes people not to become Amish or to leave the Amish is that they join and then they become disenchanted with the Amish, because, when they looked at these people from the outside, they saw them as some ideal type of people, that they're, perfect people, or this is some kind of a utopia where nothing goes wrong and people don't have problems, people don't have issues. They certainly don't have the same issues we have in the modern world, right? And they come to the Amish and they find out the Amish are people too. And they have their own problems. There are issues in relationships in the Amish community. People have, all the sort of foibles and flaws that are a part of human nature also exist within the Amish. It doesn't mean that the Amish don't try to be good people, and certainly there are many, many good people among the Amish. but they also have flaws because they're people. They may even try to change the Amish in some direction, right? That, you guys do everything great, but this one thing you don't do kind of the way that I think you should be doing it. So let me try to improve this group. So that doesn't really, you can imagine, work out too well. And you can also see that maybe one of the concerns of the Amish about outsiders joining. So all that said, I feel like I've just been really negative for a while. There are cases of non-Amish people joining the Amish. There are some people that are genuinely drawn to the Amish. That's another kind of group of seeker that are drawn to the Amish for the faith reasons, right? Because they feel that the way the Amish live a Christian faith is they feel it best reflects, say, the early church and kind of what Jesus left the apostles to go and spread. Spiritual conviction seekers, let's say.